If you're not doing this one thing before you plant your milkweed seeds for the upcoming spring and summertime to attract monarch butterflies, then there's a high chance that these flowers are not going to germinate and you're not going to see as many monarchs as you want to in your yard. I'm going to teach you today one thing that you need to be doing to prep your seeds before you put them in the ground. It's super easy and it'll take you less than 5 minutes. So I've got 5 different varieties of milkweed that I'm going to be planting, but I'm going to show you on just one of them what you need to do to prep your seeds. It doesn't matter the variety, it still needs to be done. What you're going to need is a little bit of water, a paper towel, and a Ziploc bag. What we're going to do is take our paper towel, and I like to insert it just into the cup, and I'm just going to squeeze out any extra water. Moist and damp, but you don't want it like overly soaking. To do is I'm just going to fold it in half once. This is just my preference. And then I'm going to take my milkweed seeds. In this case, we're going to be doing the showy pink ones by Seed Needs. Open this up, and if you'd like to use all of your seeds at once for planting, then you're going to want to go ahead and do this to all of them. I'm going to spread them here on my paper towel to then fold up my paper towel once more. I like to just fold keep the seeds all on the same side of the paper towel and then fold them maybe a couple more times. But I try to keep everything together because I find if you will roll the paper towel and then put a few seeds here and then roll it again and put a few more, it makes it really hard to kind of get them all off. What we're going to do then is I'm just going to wrap it up. I may dip it just a little bit more because this one's not as moist as I typically like it. And then we're almost done. All you're going to do is you're going to put this in a Ziploc bag and write the date on it that you are putting these into your refrigerator. So what we're doing is cold stratifying these seeds. If these seeds were in nature and they had fallen off the milkweed from last fall after they dried out and were dying for the season, those seeds would then be on top of the ground, something like a bird weren't to eat it, and then they would go through the winter time and they would get what's called cold stratified. We are doing this from a man-made standpoint, and so we're man-making the cold stratification process. So today is March the 10th. So I'm going to put that on here, keep my seed packs so that I'll have the directions and instructions for later. So I'm just going to write on here, milkweed, showy pink. We're going to put these in the refrigerator, leave them for 2 weeks. So go ahead, set an alarm or a calendar event on your phones that you know in 2 weeks to take these babies out of the fridge. Once you do, then they should be ready to plant.